Am I still in my headset? Yes. I have to turn that sound off. Yeah, I know I'm muted. I just, it's only a minute. I'm here. I'm here. Hey. Hi, guys. Good morning. This one is less religious focused, but still focusing on Christians. Hey, Britt. We have why are you rejecting evolution as fact? Right. I'm a sandwich. I'm a haggis, Libra. Um, so thank you guys for hanging out with me. Yes, I have been fighting the loss of my voice for so long that apparently I am a man. Hey, Ray. So, Ray, today is me, you, and sweet happy Jesus. No, a salad is a salad. Um, and a sandwich is a sandwich. And a roll is a roll, and a toll is a toll.
If we don't get no rolls, get no tolls, then we don't eat no rolls.
Came up with that himself. Um, and I'm making sure it's me, you, and happy. Now, Ray and Happy, at any point in time that you want me to change the debate topic, just let me know. I'm completely flexible today because it's my Monday, which are now becoming my normal days. And thanks for hanging out with
Understood.
me.
Yep, I told you on Mondays I'll be here if I ain't got to do nothing else.
Thank you.
And I'm here with Sweet Happy Jesus too, which
Mhm.
is the like that name makes me happy.
I mean, I could always switch back to Raptor Cat, just in case there's
No,
another Raptor this week.
no, I think I'm happy with Sweet Happy Jesus. Like it makes me think of so many different things. You know, the movie Dogma.
If you
Um,
can keep it
I
down to
do love
two
that movie.
mods real, yeah, that'll make my life a lot easier. It seems that it runs better when I keep it down because it allows the Christians to overpower us. Instead of it being even, they don't like me on even playing ground. They don't even like me passing through their lives. Like sometimes I'll just be scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'll fall into a live and oh my god, I've been muted and blocked just passing through. Like
that's crazy.
if you notice, I don't bother them. I don't jump on a Christian panel because the last time a Christian pulled me up, just to thank you, just to like ask me some questions. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can ask. Um, when I answered, his guest lost their shit, and it's like, okay, I can't even discuss in good faith. Um, like even like on a one-on-one without someone coming up and crashing, and it's like everything devolves. So we don't belong. on their panel. We don't belong in their panels unless they really like create a space for us to talk in there.
There's very few, but I did find some young ladies. They're they can be cantankerous at times, but they do allow a space to speak. And I'm like big onto them, so I just kind of like keep the peace and talk
Whew.
my shit.
Now
Hmm.
the ladies are very quiet, right?
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
don't bother me. They'll ask questions, but a lot of times they're like, "No, you don't. You shouldn't be up here." The one
Hmm.
that I'm waiting to go to, but she doesn't come to our spaces, and she doesn't want us in her space, is peace apologetics.
I haven't come across her yet.
Oh, she's spicy.
He's spicy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
I love her attitude. It's so nasty. Sometimes sometimes people can get away with that mean girl energy, and she does it very well.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's like, look at her go. I love it. Her RBF, her responses, she's very well learned. 100% bullshitting you, but she's good on arguing, and I like her because it's kind of like, what would I look like if I was a Christian apologist, and I she looks kind of like me if I were in that position. She's brutal, and I love it.
It's like that mirror that shows you the other side of you.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can't stand her, but I love to hate her. I love it. I love to hate her.
That's the literal black mirror right there.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. No, I like to see other aspects of, that's my argument style. That's my assertiveness. That's my aggressiveness. Ooh, I would never be friends with you. And it's like, oh, is, is that what I look like on my bad days? So sometimes I like to see um, if people are like really good opposition, and then I just wait for like the right argument. But I never really want to set up an like a debate platform. If you ever notice, like, I never want to set it up because I always want to give people the opportunity to like kind of break down, because I'm realizing that people get very uji and uncomfortable up on panel. It's like standing up on stage. Oh, hi, David. What the hell? Good. Good morning.
Yo,
How old are you for TikTok purposes?
26.
Okay. Are you a Christian?
No, but I don't believe in evolution as well.
Why?
I mean, you don't come from no damn monkey. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Like,
What makes you
we
say
don't
that?
get. Well, if I was to break it down, it would kind of sound racist, but we don't. Well, we as in like black people, we
I'm
don't.
not worried
We
about the
don't get.
black people. I'm worried about humanity, Homo sapien. Why is it that you don't believe evolution is a fact? Are you not a product of evolution? How old are you? 20 something?
Yeah.
Are you still the same as when you were 6? Did your brain not evolve? Did your body not
Well,
change? Did you not
well, in
adjust
that
to
case,
environment and adjust, adapt, and thrive? Did you not survive to this age?
In that case, yes, but not in the case of me evolving from an animal. I don't
Okay.
believe in
Let
that.
me ask a question. Do you shit in an outhouse or do you use indoor plumbing?
Use indoor plumbing.
So that looks like an intelligence evolution amongst the species.
Right.
Right. And you think evolution is not a fact when you're a product of it and you're talking to me on technology that was not possible 500 years ago.
I don't believe we evolved from animals. Let's just say that. As far as involving
Okay,
as
so
a
why
civilization, that's one
why
thing. But as far
don't
as evolving from animals, that's crazy.
got you. Why don't you believe we evolved from animals? Why are
Uh,
you against the concept?
Basically due to things like we don't catch fleas, we don't get sunburned. I mean, there is a race that evolved from animals, but it's not the black race.
We do get lice. I've seen it in plenty of African American heads, and
That's
what?
false.
It's not false. We do get lice.
That's false.
No, it's
Is
not.
it in a 100%er, a person with
Do
nine
you
ETH?
know what lice are attracted to?
Was it somebody with 9 ether here?
Do you know what lice is attracted to?
Is it someone with 9 ether here?
It's clean
It's
hair.
it's it's a question. If a question is asked, it should be answered and not answered with another question. So you
Oh,
just
that's
leave
what
that with
she
me.
did. Well, that's
Nope.
what she did.
No, but she's the host, but she didn't. She asked the same question 3 times. You just missed it.
Yeah, and I asked the question too. So she said that it was in. If I literally confirmed or tried to confirm if it was 100% 9 ether here per being, and she did not confirm that. So it's like it really doesn't matter where she goes. If it wasn't a 9 ether being, it doesn't really matter.
But that was your question. Her question was, do you know what lice is attracted to?
What's the point if my question isn't being answered? Like that's what I don't get about these TikTok whole shit. It's like very
Wait a
controlling.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Your question takes precedence over the host who asked first. Oh, he left a little bit.
Good morning, blessed.
What's up?
How old are you for TikTok purposes?
21.
Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put you down because I'm looking for opposition. Okay. PhD free. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
22.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Do you reject evolution as fact?
Yep.
Why?
Because Darwin himself actually. I'm assuming that's who you're referencing.
No.
Okay. So what other theory of evolution are you referencing?
Why don't you believe in evolution as a fact?
Well, one, I'm a Christian. It states we're made in God's image, and the animals of the sea were created by by a specific kind, not through natural selection. So I don't understand how we're made in God's image, but also in a single celled amoeba.
One more time, repeat yourself.
I don't understand how we can be made in God's image, but you also create to the ideology of a single celled organism.
I can't help you with the understanding. I'm just trying to figure out why you reject evolution as a fact.
Sure. Can you give me one? If you know what, matter of fact, I've asked a bunch of people who believe in evolutionists. If you can do this, I'll send you a galaxy, ma'am. Can you name me one species that evolved?
You send me a galaxy, it's to kick you. No, I'm not running. I just don't engage in playing.
This should be a fun day.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
So go ahead. You can speak to Ray or Sweet Happy Jesus.
Wait, are you running from me, host?
No, you started off irritating her really quickly, and so instead of her sitting there and getting really irritated with you, she decided to push you off.
Yeah, anyways, hey, sweetheart, babe, can you give me one species to actually evolve to a different kind?
Sure, there were different flies that have evolved into different types of flies.
That's not
That,
a different kind. That's
oh, you're using the kind argument from the Old Testament, saying, "Oh, there was this kind and that kind."
not just from the Old Testament. Darwinism himself, it states, I give the exact chapter and number. I'm assuming that the host is not portraying any other form of theory. And if she is, I was asking which one before she dropped me.
Darwinism isn't a scientific theory. Darwinism is a euphemism used by Christians to try to discredit the theory of evolution.
That's totally
You,
incorrect. Darwinism is a scientific theory.
it's not. You can actually go look it up. It's not. You want to pretend
You want
that.
me to Google it right now in front of you? Cool. Watch
Yeah, I
this.
know what Christian sources will call it. I'm well aware of that. It's the same thing as, like, for instance, calling the Higgs boson the God particle, right? It's some stupid mechanism to try to discredit science by just equating it to some stupid bullshit on your side. I do get it. But regardless, the kind argument that comes from the Old Testament is kind of stupid if you think about it, right? You're using the kind that was used in for the Book of Noah, correct?
There you go,
Which
bro.
doesn't account for things such as,
That's
kangaroo.
simple.
Hello.
It's that simple. You could have did it yourself, bud.
I what?
You could have just did that yourself. I got 5 citations for you, Stanford University, Harvard University.
It's not called Darwinism, my friend. The actual theory is called the theory of evolution, not
Yes, the
Darwinism.
theory of evolution produced by Darwin. Yes.
Just because Darwin was the progenitor of a theory, it's funny. We don't call the theory
Did
of
you not just
gravity.
state it
I'm
was not a
sorry. Do we
scientific
do we
theory?
call do we call the theory of
Well,
gravity?
you're uneducated. That's the problem here,
Do we
buddy.
call the theory of gravity Newtonism?
Okay, what we're not going to do is babysit you.
That was a
Okay.
good question.
Uh
Yeah, it's ignorance. It's absolute ignorance. If you
no,
want to call,
I'm just not in the mood for ad hominem bullshit. If he's gonna act like a little fucking Phil bro, he can go find another panel. I'm not in a fucking mood. I didn't have the patience when he spoke to me. I don't have the patience listening to him speak to you. So,
I don't
how
know.
how old are you for TikTok purposes? Dollar sign.
Yes, hello. Yeah, I'm 19.
Okay. I don't want to speak to a teenager right now, but
Uh,
let's see if we can do
yeah,
this
go
okay.
ahead.
No, don't tell me to go ahead.
Hurry up, bitch. I want to hear what you got to say.
You can get the
Oh, no,
fuck
no, no,
out.
no.
Piece of
Block him
shit.
first. Thank you.
This
Hey,
is why. This is why.
Sphinx. Huh?
Wow.
Like I
And
said, I
that's and
don't
that's
want to
why I
talk to a
love.
teenager. Let's see something.
That's
That's
that Christian love.
Well, I think the the fact
no,
that
that's
you
mommy
allow
issues,
21, the fact that you allow 21 is awesome, right? But I can't do it. It irks my soul. Like my oldest child is almost 30, so like you know,
I feel you.
right? I don't want to speak to people younger than my kids. Hold on one second. I need to do this to do
Yo, host,
this.
can you like? I didn't even ad hom. I hope you know that there wasn't an ad hominem. You crybaby.
Oh God, here you go again. What a fucking
No, I
idiot.
only let him up so I can block him.
Oh, got it. Okay, makes sense.
this is it's gonna be a great day, Fluff. Happy Monday.
Yeah, like the begging to be with me. Mm, muy creepy. Barnabas, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 35.
Are you a Christian, Barnabas?
Yeah, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. Yes.
Okay. Do you reject evolution as a fact? If you do, why?
I reject it just because I believe in the biblical substratum of creation, not opposed to man's theory or opinions or thoughts.
I'm gonna give you a moment to actually answer the question as to why you reject evolution as a fact.
I believe in the account of God's divine revelation that was given through holy men of old filled with the Holy Spirit. I believe in their theory of creation versus man's theory of creation,
Okay.
right?
And what is their theory of creation?
Well, they believe in the Big Bang theory of evolution, that the world was created through a dense matter of so many years ago. I believe it was
I've
what?
never heard Christians believe that.
No, I'm not talking about Christians. I'm
So,
talking
what do
about
Christians in their theology believe about creation?
we believe that God created the heavens and the earth.
Why?
Because we believe in the account that was given by God once again, and not by the account that was given by man. Simple.
Question: where did you get the information of this account?
I got it from the holy prophets of old that were filled with the Parakletos.
Where'd you get that information from?
Same place you get your information from concerning what you believe about science. Where'd you get yours from?
Where did you get your information from?
Where'd you get yours from? Why do you all attack Christians? Why is this? You know, this proves that we have the true belief
This is an
because
attack
people
on
attack.
Christians. It's not an
But
attack
people
on
get
Christians.
on here every day. You could be doing it to
I'm
Muslims. You could
very
be doing it
bored.
to.
I'm very bored. This is a 30-minute topic debate. Not for you to sit here and cry and vomit up neuroses in my fucking face like I am your mother and you need to unvent some shit and process some things because you haven't properly learned how to reparent yourself. I don't give a fuck what your belief is. If you can't answer a goddamn question pertaining to this topic, I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. You're boring. So, since you have nothing intellectual to add to my panel, please refrain from giving me your fucking emotions. I didn't ask for your name. I didn't ask for your favorite color. I didn't ask for a fucking thing from you other than can you please engage in the conversation that I put up here to have with others. Vomiting up neuroses. I need you to tell your parents, please don't do this to people in the future. John the
Yo, you and your
Unbaptist.
parents, cunt.
John the Unbaptist, you have a bad echo in the back. Friendlies, I have 2 co-hosts today. Good morning. Oh, my giddy aunt.
Is the echo still there?
No,
Oh, good.
no.
Glad to hear. Awesome.
Good morning. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
Good morning. I'm 36.
Do you
Or
believe
37 now, actually.
Do you believe in evolution?
Yes, that's fact. Completely.
Okay, so I'm going to put you down because I'm looking for opposition.
Well, that's fine. Can I say something real quick?
Please don't. This is not a platform for you to speak your piece.
We going through them like a hot knife through butter today, huh, Fluff?
I want to speak to the racist person in the comments.
I think
Oh,
someone blocked her already.
I didn't see the racist person.
She saw a black person and decided, oh, the EBT card's not working. That was the question.
Oh, that's pretty good. Look at you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Takes a whole lot of
Okay.
intelligence to write. Look at
Yeah,
that.
Jags muted her, but I was like, nah, fight me.
Yeah, that's amazing. And what's funny about that is more than likely it's projection.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had EBT. Oh. Yeah, cowards are cowards. Ah! Good morning, beauty. Oh my goodness. Sweets, can you please? It's okay, she's scrolling through. And she's also what's the thing called? She does a lot of early gym. And it's Monday. Guys.
Good morning to the 130 people sitting out here in the comments hanging out with us. If you can, please go ahead, tap out that live. Just tap, 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 tap on the screen. Tap dance for the fluff. Make sure she doesn't have to do any puzzles, so keep the comments going. And if you can, please share out the live to all those people that you know. Hell, if you share it out to just one, that's great. Hey, feel free to give a repost like someone just did. And on that, I'm going back on silent.
Did I pick a bad topic?
One more thing. I'm so sorry, Fluff. Don't forget your little heart me's as well. Don't forget the heart me's. Those are super important. Thank you. It's 1 coin for a heart me.
Like, I'm trying to get, like, solely off the Bible.
Well, only way you're gonna do that, Fluff, is if you just take Christians off and maybe put believers. You feel me? Believers is more of a bigger umbrella. Religious
Yeah.
believers, something like that. Christians is they I'm not a Christian. That's the new thing now. Followers of the way. What the hell is that
I
thing?
don't know. What is that?
That was awesome.
It's a ship. Thank you, Sphinx. Thank you. What is abomination?
Abomination. I have no idea. I've never heard of that word in my life.
Good morning, Dongos.
Hi, good morning.
How old
Do
are
you
you?
reject evolution? Oh, I'm 21. January 24th, 2004.
You almost were awesome by being a Capricorn. Anyway,
Almost. Wait. Well, how many days is it off to be a Capricorn?
you're off by 3 days. Sucks.
Dang. That's crazy.
Or 4. Do you reject evolution as a fact?
No. Absolutely not. We can just take that back to how our galaxy was formed. I mean, no, solar system. Hell, galaxy. Just right there. Just right there. Our solar system right there. Millions of years of science. So that.
It's
Oh,
Randall.
man.
But
It's
I
real.
want to fight somebody.
Oh, no, you have a good morning.
Aw,
I'm
but
not really
thanks.
the.
Yeah, no, I gotta fight
Thank
people.
you.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Randall.
Hey, I didn't mean to come up.
I know,
sorry.
but it's nice to say hi.
How are you today?
I am okay. I just got told off. Best sign in the zodiac? Gemini. Focus on the prompt. Don't argue with me. Oh God, I love it. It's funny, but it's wrong. I'm just letting you know. It's wrong. Sorry.
I'm a Virgo, by the way.
Poor guy. I mean, Virgo's not bad. Virgo's pretty awesome, but still not the best. No.
No matter how much you call me a Virgo, Fluff, I'm not a Virgo. I'm a human. That shit ain't real. End of story.
Oh, later, Randall. Oh, the poor guy. I think it's hilarious because like it applies to everybody. Like every like horoscope applies to everybody. Period. Good morning. Dot. I'm missing a few letters. Sorry.
Dark Dot, are you there?
It's a dark dot.
I don't know. It's a dark person with a shadow dot. Maybe Shadow Dot might get him to say something.
You mean
Mysterious
Israel?
Dot. Mysterious Dot, are you there?
It's a dark dot. Do, 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 do. It's a dark dot. Do, 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 do. My mind just slips here. I'm gonna send you an invitation to unmute. Hey, Dougal. Um, did you mean to be with us on purpose, love? Dot. If you did, just request for it back up. John Dobby.
Yeah.
Hey, Dobby. Are you a Christian, love?
Yeah.
Do you believe in evolution?
No, I would say I don't. I really don't have an opinion on evolution. I'm more agnostic to it, so I'm indifferent. But I won't. I don't. I wouldn't take it as a fact.
Why not?
Well, because you really cannot prove evolution as a fact. I don't think it's been proven as a fact.
You don't think so? Have you checked?
I don't think so.
Evolution.
Yeah, I've checked.
Evolution is the fact. Now, the mechanism of evolution are theories, right?
Well, the general Darwinistic theory of evolution, I don't take to.
So
I know there's other theories, but
hold on.
general. I'm talking about like generally speaking.
Well, hold on. We've noticed that depending on what's going on, yes, survival of the fittest may be a decent thought, but the general thought is survival of the most well adapted. Would you not agree? That's something that's well adapted.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Yes.
Okay. And would you agree that in reproduction mutations occur?
Yes.
Would you agree that enough cumulative mutations over time can lead to new features? Slowly?
Yeah, to some degree, not like drastic features, but smaller features.
Well, no, not drastic as in like I'm not talking about one generation over the next, but let's take a look at like, let's say hand webbing, right? Do you have webs in your hands?
No.
Yes, you do. Small ones, right down at the base, right? Very
well,
tiny.
Yeah. When you say webs, I normally assume like connected.
Long. Yeah, I didn't say long. I said small webs down at the base of your fingers. Now, have you seen people who sometimes occasionally have larger webbing at the bottom?
Not personally. I haven't seen someone personally. Maybe like online.
There are people who have medical conditions where they get slightly larger webbing. Now, suppose you were in an environment where swimming was super important. Do you think that might help?
Yeah, I would say that it would probably help.
And do you suppose that might help them live to potentially have a higher rate of reproduction than people who don't in that small?
Sure, yeah.
And so, what do you think eventually may happen or may not happen? It depends on mutation.
I can agree. Eventually,
people with larger and larger webbing become the predominant group, right? Over a course of generations, right?
If the webbing has a large effect on, yes, then I can agree.
Well, we do know that would have a large effect on swimming. People with that kind of a webbing tend to be able to swim faster. True?
Well, if a human has webs, it's not going to make much of a difference for survival. No.
No, I'm talking about swimming. I just said swimming.
No, what I mean is if humans were living, let's just say humans were living in a swimming environment, just because a human has small webs on their fingers or even larger ones, it's not going to make much of a difference for the fact where it's going to change you genetically over time. No.
No, you're looking at it on a small scale, right? Because
I'm thinking of on a big scale. We're looking at the same scale.
Let me explain. A person who can swim faster, right, probably has a higher survival rate in regards to avoiding predators, correct?
Yes, but I don't think webbing on a human would change that.
You're not letting me finish. Now, suppose right? This becomes the predominant group on the island, right? Let's say it's an island. They become the predominant group. There is a real world
Yeah.
example, by the way, with in regards to reproduction of changed human genetics, but I'm just going to go with the simple one. So they would become the predominant group. Now, let's say that other features also help that person survive, right? That those people survive. Let's say next up is the spleen, right? They're able to dive deeper and stay underwater longer, which may help with fishing, correct?
Yeah.
So they would bring home more fish. And the people with this adaptation, well, they would also be more successful in mating, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now you start to add up features like this that seem to assist. And these will occur naturally in nature. We saw it, for instance, in the real world with the spleen, correct?
Yeah.
There's that group on that island where they have massively enlarged spleens from birth versus regular people. This is a full-on mutation of this group.
No, I think
And
a reason. Wait, I
wait,
don't
John,
think that could be. Yeah, I'm just.
they are
I
born.
mean, you've been talking. I just respond to one of your
No,
points.
I know. I'm telling you though about a real-world group of people that we've
Yeah, I
observed.
agree with that, but sometimes we attribute stuff to evolution that may not actually
That
be
is
evolution. It
that
could
is
simply be that
that is
people
a
who are more
genetic.
fit to live in a
Yeah.
place will live in that place.
No,
So,
but
for
it has
example,
nothing to do with the place anymore. They are born this
no,
way.
if I'm born with no, listen. If I'm born with like, for example, I'm born with melanated skin. So since I'm born with melanated skin, it will be more comfortable for me to live in a melanated area. Not
For sure.
necessarily that has to be. I
But
would much rather live in the south rather than up north.
right, but you're also but see,
That
but
doesn't have
that
anything
also
to do with evolution. That just has to do with I adapt to my environment rather than
no,
my
no,
environment
yes,
is
but you're
causing me to
talking
adapt.
about you're talking about micro adaptions on a societal scale, on a societal level, right? We're talking about people
Yeah,
who there is
I
a
think humans go
difference.
through the same
Hold
thing.
on, hold on. There is a difference between someone who would feel more comfortable living in a more southern climate versus
And
a group of people who are born with massively enlarged spleens because genetically they have mutated. Now there are
okay,
also
well,
people who
we're
live high
saying
up in
they
the mountains.
mutated under that's a
Their
presupposition.
DNA is different. They actually have genes that we don't have that causes their spleens at by birth. They
But
gestate this way.
you're attributing that to okay, they're
That is
like
a
survival of the fit.
evolutionary change because when they look at the DNA from previous generations long dead of that group, they didn't have that until more recently. It changed over time. They've actually examined this group of humans. Their DNA changed over time, right? And so if you get enough of these mutations occurring, you end up with a species differentiator. Now, this one being they
Q
can
tell me this
remain
study.
under
One second,
what?
real quick.
Just go look up
Jag,
Matt. Go look
I
up enlarged. Oh, I'm
one
sorry.
second. Jag, I'm only doing bottom and top. I'm not doing three. I'm trying to make sure that I have more Christians and believers on the panel than co-hosts. So I'm only doing two.
No, yeah,
Um,
I was just there to generate interest because I know that people in the box generate interest whether it's me or not. So
thank you so much.
yeah, that's
Really?
it. That's
Thank you
all
so
I'm there.
much.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
the
Yep,
name of the
that's it.
the name the name of the group of the people is the Baju people. They are it's spelled
That's awesome.
Bajau.
Thank you.
Feel free to read
B.
about them, John. B
All
A
right, sure.
J A U. Take some time to read about them. Why don't you read about them and then we can continue this conversation if you want to come back up. But if you
No,
take a
I
few
still
moments,
say I still think in evolution there's a lot of presuppositions made. I still say that.
what's the presupposition that you're referring to?
Well,
And
let's just say they see two facts. Like for example, I'm not going to not the like just for example, like you see a trait that's different or changing over time. Sometimes that trait could simply be meaning more people moved there, more people left. But a lot of times they forget other facts that attribute, that cause into play. I think it's very narrow minded to just say that okay, just because because a species is changing over time, that means it's a bunch of mutations or even natural selection. Sometimes a new group of people may moved into that area because they're better suited for that
hold
environment.
on. Did you say that a bunch of
Host has
people?
their hand up.
1 second. Did you? Oh, sorry, Fluff.
No, someone was asking the color of my nails, and it's called Red Spider Lily, and it's a cat eye design.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. It's beautiful.
Really, really quick.
Well,
So you're
yeah.
saying you just said that a bunch of mutations is what? Repeat that. I'm
No,
so
what
sorry.
I was saying, we attribute stuff to mutations or natural selection, which I obviously agree with. Mutations exist. That's obvious. But sometimes don't attribute stuff to mutations that may not even be a mutation. It may be that just another group of people moved in, and you're studying two different species or two different types of animals or something, but you're attributing it to evolution or this animal evolved into this animal. But that's not necessarily. Do you get what
I
I'm
have
saying?
something to posit for that, but
Are you saying
Do
they're
you,
not
I don't know the
human?
rules.
What I'm saying is we would say that this animal evolved into this other animal, correct? We're not necessarily, it could be two different species that we're almost like when missing links. I'm really referencing missing links. We'd say this is
But a
animal, this is
missing
in
link
between.
would be a missing link by definition is a link between two species that proves that things evolve.
Well, yes, I know what a missing link is, but we're attributing it saying this is a missing link when it may not necessarily be a missing link, is what I'm saying.
It may not, but right. But here's the problem: is DNA as evidence is slightly better than just saying, "Well, we're just falsely attributing," right? Because you can see changes in DNA over multiple species. In fact, we share our DNA with
You can see
everything.
DNA records within fossils.
We share our DNA
No.
with
But do you see
everything on the
DNA
planet.
records within fossils?
No, you can't
No.
see
So then,
DNA anymore
I
in
mean,
fossils
yeah,
because although I think that there have been some fossils which have been preserved long enough that they
yeah.
were able to extract some DNA, and yet again, it
But they're
proves
mostly
that.
like mites and stuff. They're not really major
But here's the
animals.
thing: that just goes to prove even further that we share DNA with mites.
Well,
From
I can agree with we share DNA. What? Okay, where do we move on from that? Like, yes, we share DNA. What does
yes,
that mean?
we share that.
God,
That
he
means that we
mentioned
have.
fossils.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
sorry. Who
curious.
am I
What does
talking
it
to?
mean to share DNA?
Hey, John, 1 second, 1 second.
Yeah.
If you come up on the panel, please do not come off mute until Fluff introduce you or one of the mods introduce you to the conversation. This is a
I think I was
one-on-one debate.
introduced.
No, John, I'm not talking to you. You're good.
Oh,
Not
I'm
you.
sorry.
They've been butting into your conversation. This is the reason why I'm saying this. You and Sweet Baby Jesus up there have been having a great conversation, but other people on the panel have come off mute and interrupted you. We're not going to do that. Okay?
Yeah, it just confuses the shit out of me. I have
Yes.
a limited mental space for multiple people, um, which I appreciate. Thank you, by the way, Ray. So can you re-ask your question? I apologize. I get confused.
We was talking. See, I kind of forgot. We was talking about fossils not having DNA. That's the last thing I remember.
Right, but I mean, if you look at fossils, sometimes you don't really necessarily need
Oh
the DNA.
no! I remember. We were walking. I asked the question about what does it mean for us to share DNA? Yeah.
What does it mean? It means that genetically speaking, we are identical genetically in a lot of ways, right? Like if you
Yeah.
take a look, there are a lot of things that we share across our DNA. We know that DNA is what makes things grow or do things or work in the way they do, right? You modify this piece of DNA, all of a sudden this thing does that, right? Or it grows this way. And if you destroy the DNA, it can cause cancers, all sorts of fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it means to share DNA. Like we share our DNA very closely with bonobos and everything else and all the other great apes because we are part of the great ape family, right?
Okay, so I would question, how would you refute that, like, to a creationist just saying we were created in a similar way? How would you refute that point?
Well,
Like, just
because it's a
if we're
really
created in a similar way, we could also share DNA,
Sure.
right?
I mean, I don't know about refutation per se because here's the thing: is creationists don't have that point of reference, right? Like God just made us this way without any evidence to back it. Instead, we could take a look at DNA and say, well, like this actually shows changes over time. You can see changes in entire groups based on their genetic record. I mean, like this isn't like, just guesstimates. right? You think that someone just sits there in a lab and goes, "Oh, yeah, we've got DNA. That must be
No, I don't fall. I think we falsely attribute stuff. As simple as
Okay,
that.
but
I think a
what's
lot of
the
times we
evidence that
falsely
we
attribute stuff.
what's the evidence that we falsely attribute it?
Well, like
The
even
gut
with the early
feeling?
missing links, when they used to like mix ape bones with human bones, like
Okay, I think
that's
that
just
was
one.
literally just one species where they did that, and that was the
But
Piltdown
you
man.
wanted an example, and I gave
Hold
you an
on, yeah, but
example.
here's the thing: that was the Piltdown man that you're referring to, and that was also quickly identified as a lie. And so what happened was creationists jumped on the Piltdown man as like, see, science is lying. Yet we have creationists who on a regular basis will go and they'll dig up quote unquote giant skeletons. But when they're actually like, okay, let's examine this skeleton, either someone has it and they're unwilling to do it, or someone looks at the skeleton and it's just fucking plaster. Right? Like, so like,
Well, yeah,
and
I
this
can
is
agree.
not
That's people
this
lie
isn't
on
something
both
that's
sides. That's my
this
point
isn't
I'm trying to
no
make.
stop. Yeah, but here's the thing. Again, this is the beautiful thing about science. If you lie and someone goes and looks and actually another scientist comes along and says, "Oh, okay, let's double check your findings." And guess what? They find out you were lying really quick. Right? Like that's the beautiful thing about science is you don't just get to say, "Hey, I discovered this and that's it. It's true." You get to say, "I discovered this," and now a whole bunch of scientists are going to come and check your work and they're going to try to reproduce what you're saying, right? Even when it comes down to
Yeah.
fossils, there's way to actually check your work. What's funny is we've asked numerous times, hey, you know what? You want to believe in creationism? Sure. Well, let's show me a rabbit that has been dug up in the exact same strata as the original, like the deepest species, and they can't because they weren't there at the time. They didn't exist at the time, and they weren't covered up, and their bones weren't put there, like weren't covered, right? So how do you argue with that? Like we can actually look at the strata in the Earth's crust, and as you go further and further down, you see genetic changes between you see not genetic. I'm sorry. You see structural changes of different species occurring over this time period, but we can't find any modern creatures down at the bottom. If we were all there,
Well,
and we were created,
rabbit
if
would
we
be
were all there and
domesticated.
created
So,
that way, if we were all there and created that way.
rabbits would be domesticated animals. So, of course, you're not going to
Okay,
find a
so
rabbit down there.
hares, wild hares, modern tigers, dogs, wolves. Why don't you see any of these lower down? Why don't you find them in the same place where you would find a dinosaur fossil, for example?
I could say they
Because they
didn't.
didn't exist.
Well, I could say they lived in separate areas. I don't know. I
No,
couldn't
no,
tell you
no.
they.
They didn't live in separate areas. I mean, this you're talking worldwide. We found dinosaur fossils worldwide.
May I come in?
And you know what? 1 second, Fluff. You know
Yeah.
what's funny?
Good
What's
morning.
funny is the denial of evolution also leads to denial of a lot of things. It leads to the denial of plate tectonics, right? And you know how we know plate tectonics is a real thing? Because you'll get a fossil from in Ireland that all of a sudden the only other place where that exact fossil shows is in when you actually fit everything back together. It shows in the places where we would have touched, right? Back in a long time ago before the plate. Go ahead, Fluff. I'm sorry. I can hear you tapping. I'm sorry.
Well,
You're not answering
wait.
why. You're not answering sufficiently with a sound argument. Why evolution?
You make several points, so I was just trying to hear. I was just trying to, get the fullness of his point. But if you want me to address
Stop
tectonics, I would.
doing that and don't do it again. When I'm speaking to you, don't decide that it's time to shut me up.
I'm sorry. It's not that serious. Sorry, but I was. You wanted
You're
me to
not
answer your
allowed to
question.
decide what is and what isn't serious when I tell you not to be rude to me. And I am
I'm just trying to
not
respond.
allowing you to continue. You're not answering the question.
Can you repeat the question? It wasn't really a
No,
question.
I'm not going to do shit because you decided to come off of mute. So I'm going to put you down. Captain Redclaw, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
26.
Are you a Christian?
I was raised Christian.
Do you reject evolution as a fact?
Not necessarily. I am a Christian who believes in creationism, but I believe that the way we see creationism is evolution.
Can I get you to walk me down that rabbit hole?
It's not a huge rabbit hole. God is infinite, and He doesn't conform to our ideas of time or existence. We may see amalgamations of what He considers normal, and to us, we may say, "Oh, that's not God," but it just is, because that's how He works. And
Okay.
and if He is a infinite being, like I believe that He is, then why would He confine Himself to your idea of what creationism is?
Okay.
We
So
see
you
the
just
world around us. He created the world around us. So why would you not accept the world around us as it is? And
just a
from
real
what we can
simple.
tell, evolution is a thing.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I just need to understand. Okay, let me rephrase my question. How can creationism and evolution, the theory of evolution, exist in the same sentence?
Well, for one, you need to pull yourself out of it. You are looking at something that a infinite being created.
Wait.
It's
How
not
can I?
going to be simple to your mind. For
But
one,
that's what I'm
it's not
saying.
going to be
That's the
simple
only.
to your mind.
One second. That then how can we have a discussion if we can't think about it?
Well, that's the thing. You have to pull yourself away. Pull yourself away. Consider yourself a third person in this argument.
But you still
Pull
have to
away
think
all your
about it as a
emotions that
third.
you have about it. Yeah, you
Okay,
still have
I
to
am.
think about it. Okay,
Yeah, okay,
that's
great.
fine.
So then therefore we if even if I'm a third person observing, I still need to think about it, correct?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you can't think outside of your mind. That's fine. It's not something everybody's able to do. Some creatives can do it, but like it depends on who you are.
Oh,
So I have to limit the way that I'm speaking so that you can understand.
no, I'm not slow by any means. I'm not dumb or anything, so you don't have to slow anything down for me. Like my mind works really fast, right? But let's just get off of that, right? It was a little jab,
Well,
but I
I'm
took
coming
it.
in. I'm coming in
Oh,
because
I knew it.
But no,
God.
you took that as a jab, and that's the thing.
I'm coming in. You can't answer a question, but you can be condescending and ignorant at the same time. Explain that contradiction. You can't answer a question, but you can talk down to somebody. And so far, he's been ugging this question down for you, caveman speak, and you haven't figured out what he's asking you yet. I don't think that this moment of Dunning Kruger is looking good. You overestimated yourself here, and then you overestimated your privilege and position on my panel. If you lack the ability to comprehend a question, you are in the wrong place. You have 30 minutes to discuss the topic. Keep your emotions and your insecurities off my panel. Because I gotta ask you a question. When you finish measuring your dicks, what the fuck are you gonna do with it, man? Until you have an answer onto what you do after you've measured your dicks and find out either you have the biggest or the smallest, what is the step after that? Don't dick measure on my panel.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come across that way.
Good. Because if you don't have the answer of what you're gonna do once you finish measuring dicks, I don't want to see you play that game on my panel. It's nasty. So, let's get back to the topic on hand. You have less than 30 minutes to engage in the conversation with Ray. Ray was asking you clarifying questions. Clarify, or I can move on to the next guest so we can actually have a conversation. Don't censor yourself here.
I would like to hear the clarifying clarifying question.
I got you. I got you. No problem. So the question was, how can creation, creationism, right, and evolution exist in the same sentence?
I think that the notion that they don't exist in the same sentence is the problem. Um, my thing is that if we're looking at the idea of creationism, um, a lot of people want it to be very simple, and it's just like God snapped his fingers and it happened. But when God snapped his, I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm not saying that God didn't snap his fingers and it didn't happen. But when we're
What are
talking
you
about
saying,
time
Captain?
and an infinitely time being, when we're talking about time and an infinitely time being, we're not talking about a snap of the fingers. We're talking about millions of years of evolution that God created when He snapped His fingers. And how, for me, logically, how that can be separate doesn't make sense to me, because if we look at the world the way it is, our scientific method of understanding the world, we're just trying to understand God's creation. And what if I mean, I posit to you, what if the idea of this evolution is the idea in the same of God's creation?
Before we
Why
get
does
to
why
So
did they
what
have
you
to be
want,
exclusive?
before we get to what question you have, answer the question on why is evolution being rejected as a fact if you're lacking the understanding of what evolution is.
So why is it being rejected as a fact by those who
You.
lack the
You.
knowledge of
I
what
don't.
evolution is what you're
Oh, let
asking?
me ask you a question. What is the shoe size of the person that you're talking about? Or the people that you're talking about? What are their shoe sizes? Shoe sizes.
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
Good. So why are we talking about people you and I don't know? Now, I'm asking you, why are you rejecting evolution as a fact if you have an unclear understanding of it?
Oh wait, are you talking to
You. I'm
a
talking
captain
to
or
you.
Ray?
I'm talking to you about
Right.
your rejection of evolution. You only have so much to play with my patience before I move on.
No, no, no. I think you're talking to Ray, because I don't have a rejection of evolution. I believe in evolution. I
But you
believe in
have a
evolution and creationism.
how? You have a
It,
misunderstanding of it, don't you?
no, I don't have a misunderstanding of it. I know what evolution is. Ray doesn't.
What is evolution? Be clear, because
Evolution is the
you did a lot of talking with no substance. That's
and
why I
and fluff
stopped you.
well.
and fluff. I think I need an understanding of his creation idea too. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I know what is creation and what is evolution to him, because it's not the same for us.
No.
Okay, so evolution is the chemical and biological change of a organism based on their environment and posited by time, depending on their environment, their time, and their complexity of the organism. Um, so they change to quote unquote adapt to their surroundings as they continue to live and reproduce and create offspring that are more adaptive or less adapted to the area that they are within.
Okay, one
That
more
would be
time.
evolution.
I want you to simplify that answer.
I'm afraid I can't simplify it further than that. If
That's
I
what I'm
don't.
saying. I need you to have a clear understanding of evolution that you can give it to me in multiple forms. Give me an example of evolution.
An example of evolution for me on a simplest term would be the differences between last year's flu and this year's flu.
That's a mutation. What is the
It's a
evolutionary
mutation, yeah.
process? Right, but what is the evolutionary process of that mutation? What would be an indicator that it needs to adapt?
The indicator for it needing to be adapted would be because we're trying to kill it off, and any species that is being killed off by its environment, we are its environment, is going to adapt to that environment,
Not necessarily.
or
Not all
it's going
species
to not
survive.
be. Huh?
Not necessarily. Not all species survive to even that level of being acknowledged by us. Sometimes we don't even know that a
That
species existed until we have evidence of it existing in our timeline and then becoming extinct within our timeline. It's
Hey,
not
can I
right.
share
necessarily.
something there?
Go, Joseph.
That would be true for species that are outside of us, but these species survive because of us. So we are its environment. All
No.
right.
Species don't survive because of us. We are a
Well, that's
species
just
on
wrong. There are
this.
mites in your eyebrows right now that
We
survive because of you.
are a species amongst trillions
Many.
on this
Yeah.
planet.
Okay.
So how is it that other lives are dependent upon us if they'll exist if we don't?
How is it? What do you mean?
How are
How
they
is it?
dependent upon us if they can exist without us? What is the species
Oh
that
well, no.
is
That's the
what
thing. That's the thing.
is
When
the
when I was
species that is 100% dependent upon us?
there's no such species. We're
So
dependent on
then
all of each other,
we are dependent upon an ecosystem we emerged into.
or emerged from. It's the same word. I'm confused what point you're trying to make because you're literally saying what I'm saying.
We're not saying the exact same thing, though. Because you believe in creationism as well as evolution.
Okay.
How can you do both?
Why can't God create these systems without? Why do
Because
you
God
have
made
to?
a voodoo man and hocked a loogie on him, and we come from the sea according to evolution. That's the same concept.
I mean, that is just human ideal
Right. It denotes
of what
ignorance.
God isn't.
No, it denotes ignorance and no investigation.
It denotes ignorance and no investigation.
Can I ask one
Exactly.
question? One question.
I feel like saying that also denotes ignorance. I mean, like, just to give it that broad term that's supposed to be what God did just because we don't understand him is ignorant in itself. And I think you have I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying go towards God or anything like that. That's not even my fucking preach or anything like that. It's just that
What
he
you don't
is
hear me
real.
saying is be careful. If you thought I looked like the person that would have put up with your shit in person, I'm not. So if
I
you
don't think
are
what I said was
deciding,
shit.
it doesn't matter. The moment that you went to touch me, you have to be careful. Because essentially, choosing creationism, God made a voodoo doll out of dirt and breathed on it. And life coming from the sea are not the same theories.
Well, your statement is disrespectful to my belief
I don't
as
care if it's
me saying about
disrespectful
yours.
to your beliefs.
Okay.
Is it part of
It
my
is
argument? Yes. Can you handle it?
so
Do you have a thick enough skin to continue the conversation?
I believe in evolution. I'm just confused why you have an issue with me.
Fluff, let me just ask him this real quick. Just 1 second, Fluff. Just take a sip and just 1 second. Hey, so Capital is it? I don't know what's your full name. Capital. Okay,
Captain.
Red Claw. Captain Red Claw. Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
it's fine.
Okay, cool. So do you believe in the Adam and Eve story?
To a degree, yes.
Come on, man. Like, what does to a degree mean? Okay, well, okay. I'm gonna ask a clarifying question. So, do you believe that Adam and Eve evolved?
Yes.
How?
Through evolution.
How?
What do you mean?
I need to know
How?
the how they evolved. Like, what happened? What did they evolve from into?
Two beings that were not yet quite human created a offspring that, between their genetic origins, created what would be considered humans, Adam and Eve.
Okay, all right. I'm done, Fluff. I can't. I can't. I'm. I have nothing else. Sorry. That was. I
It's
mean, you.
it's simple evolution. I mean, if you don't understand evolution, then I can't explain it to you further.
No. Okay. Wait a minute. Just. I'm a. These two humans were created by a god, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then they
Hey, brother
evolved
mine.
into what outside of being what that God created them?
I think I
Oh,
know
I
the
see.
argument.
I see what the issue here is.
Is this
I
the?
see
Is this?
what the
I have a
issue
quick
is here.
question. Is
Okay,
this
that
the
makes
engineer
sense.
god? Is this the engineer god, the one that just created the starting condition and then guides everything to be his? Is that what you believe in? The engineer god?
Yeah, if that's the your definition, yes, it would be the engineer god. Then I
No.
I, I was confused. I think that we're talking about two different types of gods here. Um, I was raised Christian, but the God that I've come to know is more powerful than the idea that evolution somehow disproves him. That's ridiculous.
The concept of evolution from a scientific perspective doesn't prove or disprove a god. It's not. It says
Exactly.
no, no. Hold on. It says nothing about the existence of a god. So I don't know why anyone would argue that it proves or. And I don't even think that's what Fluff's asking. She's asking why do you reject evolution as fact versus why do you believe in God because of evolution, right?
I do not reject evolution as fact. It
Oh,
is fact.
okay.
I just also believe in
You
God.
just
Why can't I
reject. You
believe in
just
both?
you could believe in both, but I think it struck me suddenly that the God we believe in is the engineer God. Um,
Plenty of scientists throughout history have acknowledged science and God at the same time.
yeah,
Why
but
am I any
that's
different?
no. That's there's nothing wrong with saying that you believe in a God and believe in science. I think it's a little bit less curious, but that's okay. Right? If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. You just lack the curiosity to find out how the first cells were made or whatever the case is, right?
I
Like,
don't lack that. No, I don't lack that
so you don't
curiosity.
lack.
That's the
You
thing.
don't.
Those are
Okay.
assumptions you're
Then
making
what
about me.
about so then do you think God just created the universe then?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe that God created the universe,
How do
but
you think
outside of
he
our
created it?
I could not fathom how he created the
Do
universe.
you
Although I would like to know, I would like
so,
us to work towards a point where
so
we
let
could
me ask,
know.
since you believe in evolution, do you believe that the universe could have come, for instance, from spontaneous quantum foam events within within the nothingness that was pre-universe?
I mean, that is certainly a possibility, although I would like that not to be.
Right,
But
but
I'm not going to go
does
against
any?
it.
Let me ask you this question: does any of the why would you not like it? Why would you care if that was the truth or not? If it's just the truth,
Well, if that is the truth, then it makes the existence seem less, I don't know,
but
meant to
isn't
be.
that but isn't that how it's? how science is always in the direction science has consistently gone. You're filling the gap of knowledge with a God, right? And you're saying, well, I would like for this not to be the case, and that would break my heart because then I'm not meant to be who I am today. I am just a product of it, right? Like I'm a product of this change over time. And is that what makes you uncomfortable to a certain degree? Does that make you uncomfortable? Like that could be the truth? It could be. I'm not saying it is one way or another. Right now, it's a theory,
I mean,
right?
even that being the truth doesn't actually stop me from believing God.
Well, no, for sure.
That
It
can
doesn't.
also be a fact
Yeah, no, for sure. And
of
then
how
here's
God decided that our universe is.
right. So
I
yeah.
would like us to all know exactly how the universe was created. Hell, I'd ask God about it if he and I were on speaking terms. But but it's all theory right now.
I mean,
There's one
Wait a
theory I
second.
really like about the
Can I
universe
can I
is that
ask a
it's
question?
ever.
I need to stop because you won't. Because he's trying to say something, others are trying to say something. But if you don't have a relationship, how do you have a relationship with a God that doesn't talk to you?
What?
How do
How do
you
I have a
know of a
relation?
God, not a relationship, but how do you
Yeah.
know of a God that doesn't talk to you? That doesn't literally make its presence known?
Um. It is a deep feeling that you get when you bring yourself to him and put
How
yourself for him,
how do
no matter
you
what.
bring yourself to something that doesn't talk to you?
Well, he does. He doesn't talk to you directly like you or I
So
do.
how do you know
But
he's talking to you if he doesn't talk to you and it doesn't talk to you directly? How are you even
you
so
you feel
sure?
it. Okay,
Hold on, I
for
got a
one,
question. I got a question that you're going to hear so you can answer me. We're not mind readers. How do you know of a most powerful God who is an engineer and doesn't talk to you?
God has what do you call it? Functions within the universe
How
that
do you
connect you to
know
him.
if he doesn't talk to you? How do you know you've connected correctly? Is he talking to you? And you said he's not.
Well, so if you've never had this feeling, I can try to explain it to you,
Sir,
but I need to.
sir, let me ask you a question if I've never had this feeling.
uh,
Are you biologically, this is very personal and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to because it really isn't my business. But are you biologically male?
yes.
I am biologically female. I never think about catching my dick on a zipper. So I've never had the sensation. I will never be able to have the sensation. So now, if we are not talking about experiences that are personal through our own lifetimes, we are not even the same age and we are not in the same location. You and I are not under the same conditions to even be able to assume we would be able to have the same feelings. So putting feelings aside, my question will always still remain, whether feelings are there or not, whether I've experienced what you have or not. Your words are, your God doesn't talk to you. So what is the validity of your God?
Not in the direct sense of what you would consider talking.
So now, in any method of communication, what is the validity of your claim?
By your standards, there are
No,
no
not by my
validity.
standards. By
Yeah, by your
answering my
standards, that's what it
question.
is.
By answering my question.
You wanted
With
to know
your
how.
answer, how?
You wanted to know how, but you're putting restrictions on how I tell you how. So you
How
want
am
a
I
specific
putting
answer.
restrictions when the answer is in you? And I'm asking you to give it to me.
I was about to give you that, but you didn't want me to say feeling. I was about to tell you a specific experience that
I
you
don't
will have
care about
when you reach
your
that point.
experience because I'll never catch my dick on a zipper.
It's
Outside of
no, 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 no.
trying
It
to
has
get me to be
the
sympathetic to what you're saying. If your
your
God
no your
doesn't talk
analogy.
to you, what is the confirmation of your God?
You have a dick and I have a dick in God's eyes. That's what it is, okay? If you're gonna talk about dicks here, okay, you're gonna feel the same thing that I would feel. Doesn't matter. When I'm talking about the feeling, I'm not talking about something that is specific to
Dicks.
you as your
Dicks.
gender
Yeah.
or what have you. If in this analogy where you're speaking, we both have dicks in this situation, okay, you're gonna feel the same zipper feel. All right.
No
When
offense, no
God
offense,
comes
no
to
offense.
you,
By the way,
that's what
but hold
happens.
on, hold on,
Okay.
hold on,
It
hold on,
because
hold
God
on.
doesn't care if you have
Captain, one second,
that
one
or
second.
that.
I'm just loving this right now because that's actually funny. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, hey Fluff, if you have a penis, how big is it?
Okay. See, that's just childish, bro.
No,
That's just
Captain. You made me
off
laugh, dude.
what I was talking.
Just take a
No,
moment of
I
levity.
get.
Take a
I'm
moment of
glad I
levity.
made you laugh. I make people
Thank
laugh all
you.
the time, but I
I'm
don't
actually
mean to.
following what you're saying. I'm following what you're saying. It still made me laugh that you used the comparison of you both having dicks, and I'm just in my mind. You got to
Yeah.
remember, I've known Fluff for 40 years almost. So in my mind, it was funny.
Oh,
Okay?
because you know fluff, like you're just trying to. Yeah, no, I get,
Yes.
I get what,
There you
I
go.
get what you're laughing at, but what I
Yeah.
am trying to essentially say is that our spirits all have that same feeling when we connect to God. Okay, so when I'm explaining my feeling of connecting to Him, you're gonna have the same feeling when you, or if you decide to connect with Him, and you know it's right
Fluff,
when
may
it
I ask?
happens. Just
Is
like
it
you
okay if I
know
ask you
when
a
your dick
question?
has gotten caught in a zipper.
So let me ask you a question. So this speaks to me of inner monologue, right? Um, and the reason why I say that is because I was raised in one of these churches where I really wanted to feel what everyone else was feeling, and I just don't have those inner thoughts and feelings like that ever happened to me, and there's a reason for it. Like I just don't have those thoughts. I don't have inner voices. I don't imagine things in images, right? Like for me, it's words across my head. So I don't get these kinds of experiences that people have, right? People say they're worried about hauntings and stuff, and the idea of all of this is just blatantly false to me. Um, how do you answer for that though? I don't have this inner monologue to experience these. I don't have an inner voice to experience these kinds of things. I don't hear sounds talking in my head. How do you
Um,
And like I said, I was
see
raised
what?
inside of the
So
church
what?
from the
No, what
smallest
a
age.
lot. Well, no, what a lot of people misunderstand is God isn't for everybody either. Um,
Does
so
Okay. Do you
he
believe in hell?
Okay, hold
uh,
on.
no,
Wait. The audience has voted this conversation to end. I'm gonna
Oh,
move
okay.
on.
they have.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
yeah.
was a vote
There's
poll.
a poll.
Captain, I'll tell you what though. That doesn't mean you can't come back. Do you
Right.
want
It
to
doesn't mean
continue
you
this
can't come back.
conversation later? It's just that we have to move on to next
30
guests and
minute
stuff.
topic. 30 minutes.
I will follow, and I'll just
I'll
move
follow you
on.
too. I'd like to continue this
43.
conversation.
Well, I might come back, but I have other lives I have to get on.
Okay.
I go
We'll see you
throughout
later
them, and
then. Affordable pest management. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
Hey, Fluff, can we do a quick mod break real quick?
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys for being in the live with us. Thank you for flying Make a God, Build a God, Evolutionary Airlines. Fluff is your captain. Can we please um I thought that was funny. Um Tap our screens to 50K, please. All right. Tap our screens with 50K. Let's hit that heart me right there next to her name to send our daily heart meets. And let's support the live, send the gifts, and support her live goal, which is a hat. I see. Okay, so let's send that. Support the live, share the live. Thank you guys. We appreciate you flying Fluff's Build a God Evolutionary Airlines today. Thank you.
Who chose a crazy prompt? Apparently I did. Affordable pass man. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm trying to say to you. You've done the age check with me a couple of times. You've been up here. Do you reject evolution as a fact?
No.
Why don't you come? I can't fight with you if you don't reject it.
Well, I reject it as being the sole mechanism for life and how it evolved.
Why?
Because I believe that God created all things to begin with. I don't believe that just because of that species don't evolve. That would be really stupid. I'm not a science denier.
Affordable, 1 second. I just want to also, from a mod perspective, there is a poll up, folks. Please vote. This is not a coin poll. It is a free poll. So please feel free to vote. Thank you.
Is it Rapture Cash? God damn it!
Really short poll, Affordable. You will be free to go in just 30 seconds. I highly suggest everybody please vote, even those of us that are on the panel. Please, let's vote. Let's understand from a perspective how big we think this thing is. Fluff, your poll is coming to a close.
Take off the poll, Fluff.
It is unanimous, Fluff. You have a monster.
Unanimous.
You have a monster cock.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Back to Affordable. And you're welcome. I love you very much.
You should probably watch yourself. You should probably just watch your back, bro.
I'm 100% on the couch tonight, but that's okay.
Can we get eggplants in the chat, please? Eggplants in the chat for Fluff.
She is muted. You're muted.
Yeah, we need eggplants in the chat for Fluff. Shout out to Fluff with her monster.
Affordable pest management.
I'm here.
Sorry about that, Affordable. That was my fault. Nemesis, just hanging on mute for a few. Thank you.
How can
can y'all hear me?
How can God?
Yeah, hold on, Fluff. Nemesis, we hear you. Just hang out on mute for a few until you're introduced by the host. Thank you.
How can God be a cause of evolution while being part of the structure of human evolution? How did he begin before we created him?
In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Okay, so that's the bottom line. After that, humans, as well as plants and animals, evolved to adapt. The key word here is adapt. Okay, they adapted to their surroundings, they adapted to their climate, they adapted to whether or not there were super predators, so they learn how to run faster. Everything adapts over time.
No. Does adaptation is adaptation a mandatory aspect of a species?
I'm not one that puts all my eggs in one basket, so I'm not going to be all inclusive on any one thing. Okay,
so
because then
it has lines of demarcation and exception. which means that
I'm gonna.
it's not necessarily as sound as it can be, because we would need evidence that a species doesn't stop adaptation. We have evidence that sharks don't really need to adapt again.
When you reach the top of the food chain, really, what's the point?
They're not the top of the food chain.
Well, they're near it.
They're not.
I mean, in the water,
Their greatest enemy is not the predator of us. And it is not a predator of us. It's just eating. It has not adjusted itself to the environment evolutionarily. And the environment really does not adjust for the life in it. We're talking about the ocean. So the form of adaptation, thousands of years, the shark hasn't evolved more. And how long? What is the cause of it adapting?
I believe that if something doesn't necessarily need to adapt, it does not need to adapt. So
Right,
it
but it
just
doesn't necessarily mean that it fits its environment. It may lack that evolutionary prowess to adapt any further, which means that we are looking at the very slow end of a shark or not. Would you be able to know? Is evolution a linear progress?
adaptation is better said as being not perfect. Okay, that's why we have the extinction of species from time to time.
Right. So now, how is God an arbiter of special creation, maintenance, determination of extinction?
Because he is sovereign.
How?
He's sovereign
Sovereign
in the
of
fact
what?
being God
That's not an answer. Sovereign of what?
over all of his creation.
What is all of his creation? Because according to the biblical narrative, it's only this planet.
No, he created
Yes.
heaven and earth. Heaven and earth,
What is
both.
heaven?
Heaven is everything above and below.
Incorrect. What is heaven according to the biblical narrative?
Well, you're going to talk about his home base, okay?
Nope.
But
That's
okay,
not what I'm going to talk about. The only mind reader on the panel is my husband, and he sucks at that shit. Don't try it. That is not the biblical narrative of where the heavens are.
Okay, it's the stars and other planetary.
Incorrect. They are created after the heavens were. They live inside of the heavens. Where does the biblical narrative place our night sky?
Base.
Incorrect.
Okay, I'm all ears.
It places it inside the planet.
Okay. But that still doesn't disprove what I just said. He created all things, and that's
It
all
completely
it
changes what you just said. It completely changes it. Because what does it actually say in Genesis? What do you... Jiminy Crackhorn. God said, let there be a dome in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters. So God made the dome and separated the waters that were under the dome from the waters that were above the dome, and it was sky. God called the dome sky, and there was evening and there was morning the second day. Right? Now God said, let the waters under the sky be gathered together. Then you got the earth, right? Then you got plants. Now, Genesis 1:14. God said, let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. And let them be lights in the dome of the sky to give light upon the earth. And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. God set them in the dome of the sky to give light upon the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and it was morning, the fourth day. This is antithetical to the understanding
of science and evolution. Right here. Your very narrative cancels God out.
Well,
His
I
own
disagree.
words invalidate him. Because you're saying that God made the universe, and unfortunately, the universe does not exist inside of our night sky. It exists
Okay.
outside of it. We exist inside of the universe. There is no covering to our night sky. We have a layer of atmosphere that also acts as a filter of sunlight. So when the sunlight is gone, what we get is a clear view of outer space because there is no actual covering and the moon does not generate its own light. God cannot have made a universe he doesn't fucking understand.
Okay. Look, you scroll back to the first verse, Genesis 1:1.
Give me 1 second. My chair literally rolled away while I was talking. Here you go. This is your point. Hand it to me.
That's my point. That's what you
Here.
overlook.
Hand it to me. Show me what I'm overlooking.
Okay, I don't know what translation you have here, but it's not my translation. But when God began to create the heavens, that's everything. Heavens, everything, and the earth.
How do we know that the heavens are everything?
Because that's how I'm interpreting it.
Why am I going on your interpretation when there's no evidence that the heavens are everything? When it shows me that what you're talking about, where there are the sun, the moon, and the stars, according to this narrative, they're inside of our sky. Inside of the dome that we live in.
You're talking about the firmament?
I don't know. Is that what the word is? Do you see the word firmament?
Well, if you go into the Hebrew translation.
I'm not in the Hebrew translation. I'm right here. We're speaking in English, so I'm using an English translation because that's the language we're using.
Right, but you get a richer meaning by going into the original language.
I'm just trying to figure out how the moon, sun, and stars are not described as being inside of the dome that's in the midst of the waters to separate the waters from the waters.
Okay. One cannot fully grasp and understand what the scripture is saying clearly just by reading it in the English translation. One has to also study it in the original language, the Hebrew tongue, from which it was written.
Then it's irrelevant to utilize the Bible as a format of understanding creation.
No, it means to study it, not just to read it.
No, it's irrelevant to actually utilize it as an argument. Because if I pick up the Bible and you're telling me that now I'll never be understanding because I can't just use the Bible that you said is going to give me the understanding that God created the heavens and the heavens itself are the universe. Now you're telling me when I go and open up the Bible and I don't see it, that the mistake is on me because I picked up the wrong Bible. Which Bible is the right one?
It is close to an original manuscript as you can get. Okay,
Got it.
It isn't.
So
it isn't how
the
it was
one that I'm
translated.
utilizing, that the scholars use, as close to the original as possible, is now inaccurate. Which one do I use now? Because I'll help you out here. We are still in the same translation, and I am using the ones that the scholars use.
New Revised.
Because I am in Bible Gateway.
Got it.
So now, when I'm in Bible Gateway, and I'm using a trusted source, even used by the scholars and the ministers to help explain this, I am still trying to figure out where the word universe comes up and how the universe is inside of our night sky while also being outside of our night sky and we are inside of the universe. You're going to have to make this make sense.
Did you look up the word heavens in the Hebrew?
Whew. Aren't you tired of running yet?
No. No, I study to show myself approved unto God. Okay, I'm not ashamed of what I believe because I study.
Did I ask you if you have shame? Did I ask you anything about your emotions other than your physical state or
You said running.
mental
You
state of
said
exhaustion?
running.
Aren't you
You
tired
said
of running?
running.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
that's
stay
what
and
you're
pay
saying.
attention to the conversation
Yeah,
that
whatever.
is being here? I asked
Yeah.
you, where do you see it that God made a universe, and how is the universe inside of the sky if we are inside of the universe?
Genesis 1:1. I've already told you that. You didn't listen to me.
Okay, so you're telling me that our solar system and our universe is in fact inside of our sky.
I didn't say that you said that.
You said
I
the
said
heavens is everything, so everything is inside the sky.
everything outside of the earth is in
Well,
the
how do
heavens.
we know what's outside of the earth when the book tells us it's inside the sky?
No, you're just because you didn't study and you get the richer meaning from the original language doesn't mean it's not true. You didn't study it.
Okay, so now when I'm looking at this, the sky,
Right?
put it in the sky, right? Where is it? Putting it in the sky.
Right?
Let there be lights in the dome of the sky. How is this outside when we're showing that God is putting it inside of the dome, inside of the sky, is our sun, moon, and stars? How are they outside of
Right?
the planet if they are inside of the sky?
Both can be true at the same time.
Now,
One is
how are they true?
1:1. I'm telling you, Genesis 1:1, God created the heavens, that's everything outside of the earth, and he created the earth. Then at the same time, down here where you're referring to is everything in our immediate solar system.
Well, how is our immediate solar system inside of our sky? Inside of the planet? Or are we in a dome, inside of a dome that the solar system exists in?
Okay. I explained it as clear as I can.
You didn't, because I'm trying to figure out how your explanation gives me a universe inside the planet Earth, while Earth being inside of a universe we look into. How is that? How big is our dome?
Okay. It's lost in translation. You're taking it at face value, reading it in the English translation. I said you didn't study.
By the way, telling me I didn't study still doesn't answer the question.
Okay. If you're taking something literal, that you're reading in the
It
Bible,
doesn't matter if I'm taking something to the fucking dentist. Answer the question.
I said there are other ways of understanding the Bible outside of taking
There
every
are
single
other
word
ways of making a soup. So now, what's the answer to the question I asked you?
I gave it to you, but obviously you still don't
Okay,
understand.
so now, how is the universe inside the planet?
You're trying to put words in my mouth. You're trying to box me into a corner. I told you that if you read Genesis 1:1, God created both the heavens and
What are the
the
heavens?
earth. Everything outside of the earth.
Okay,
Everything.
so is the sun in or outside the earth?
Outside of the earth. It's
Then
obvious.
why is
Read
it inside the earth in Genesis? Make it make sense.
I told you that you did not study what the words mean. You're taking it
Because when it said let there be light, he said luminaries. What the fuck is a luminary? Explain to everybody, even though I've already done it. What's a luminary?
I'm not gonna
What is a
pretend.
luminary? What is a luminary? You
keep
said
talking-
you said
you keep
study,
talking,
show
I
yourself
can't answer.
approved. Now I
You
do
keep
understand that the
talking,
metaphor
I
of the Ruach HaKodesh hovering over the waters is actually an act of sex. Now, right? So you lose this dick measuring contest because I got a monster-sized dick. So now, how the hell is the universe inside the planet?
You said that. I didn't tell you that.
Your book says
You
it.
assumed this.
Your book's right here.
because
Let there be
you assume it,
lights.
and I said
Let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate the day from the night. How is the sun inside the dome of the sky?
you didn't study it. You're taking it at
Rare,
face
sweet,
value.
happy Jesus, this one's yours. You
There
can
you
enjoy.
go. Do you know when I study the Bible, I study it in light.
I'm not touching this one. And it's your turn anyways. Be happy, Jesus.
No, I had the guy before with the penis.
I had him. We just kind of like end up. You know what? Doesn't even matter. He's gone. Affordable. Thank you for participating and making everyone up here that much more dumber. Appreciate you.
God damn it, I was about to unmute and say hi, Frank. Don't do that shit while I'm inhaling. All right, oh, God damn it. Frank.
Hey, how's it going?
It actually is going better than it looks. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
41.
That's a lovely age. Are you a Christian?
No.
Okay. Do you reject evolution as a fact?
No, I believe in evolution. I believe we are evolving now as we speak.
Well, I can't fight you then.
Right. That's why I thought we was coming up and having a conversation about evolution.
No, it's a debate on the validity of evolution versus the claim of God creating mankind.
Oh, okay. Can I ask you a question though? Do you believe in sentient?
What do you mean?
I watched this Netflix show called Sense8, and they was explaining back millions of years ago that we was all connected, like on a emotional level and a humanity level, and we lost that ability over time. We evolved out of that sentient behavior or sentient connection.
So basically, you're asking if I think we've had an evolutionary regression while you're
Yes.
talking to me on technology using indoor plumbing to keep yourself hygienically sound.
Well, not like technology. I'm talking about like connected. I don't want to say telepathically, but connected. Trying to find the right word.
I understand what you're
Like on a
discussing.
human level.
The resonance is what you're discussing, and no.
Okay.
I think that is a perversion of mental slavery, that people believe something owns you by connection or something is connected to you. But the simple explanation is, how many human beings have you felt die?
No.
So then, yeah, you can get over the concept of being connected by special or genetic memory, because if you had genetic memory, you would be more in tune with your species, whether you think you've forgotten it or not. It's written into what you are. Because if you are still utilizing aspects of your body from an earlier form of it in the evolutionary stage, most notably the tendon in your wrist, which keeps us able to hang from shit, then no, you're not looking at an evolutionary regression, because if you were looking at an evolutionary regression, your population would be smaller.
Okay. What about like empathy then? Like feeling.
What about it? Go
Is
ahead
that
and tell
something?
me how your feelings supersede my experience inside of my own body.
Right. I was trying to, think of it in a way of we evolved out of the connection part and start having empathy, like feeling part.
Really?
But we was connected millions of years ago. We was connected.
Really?
However, when we started to evolve, we started to focus more on the feeling part or the connection part.
Okay, so let's challenge that opinion, right? Are you monogamous or not?
No,
So you have a mental understanding that you are not monogamous.
correct.
Why are you not monogamous?
Is that like free will?
Incorrect.
Okay, tell me why I'm not monogamous.
No, think deeper. Why would you not be monogamous? What would make you monogamous instead of one that practices it?
What would make me monogamous? I would say what make me a monogamous feelings.
How?
So,
How would your
um,
feelings make you monogamous?
not I don't want to hurt someone else, I guess.
Doesn't mean anything. Does it change the state of how many people you've slept
You're
with
right.
before you decided to care about somebody?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So you're not monogamous, which is honest. But would you qualify yourself as a cheater at times?
Oh no, I'm open with the people I
Talking about when you're
invested
younger.
younger.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I was a cheater probably. Yeah,
Okay.
I was a player.
Right. Now, is that you living by nature or nurture?
I would say nature,
Why is it nature?
because I think deep down inside we have a propensity to uh, repopulate the planet, I guess.
What if I told you that it is actually very rare for great apes to be monogamous?
Say that again.
Great apes are not known to be monogamous. They're not typically monogamous.
Oh, okay, so you saying that it's in our nature not to be monogamous?
How can you have a conversation about cheating if the species is monogamous?
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, look how you classified yourself correctly, but on an incorrect basis.
Okay, can you explain it?
You did not understand your own nature.
Mm-hmm.
You thought it was based on free will. How can it be based on free will when it's by your nature to not be monogamous? You couldn't choose to be if you wanted to.
Okay, facts. So we are going against our nature when we're not doing what we're supposed to do, and that's forcing us to make decisions,
Is that a
reckless decisions.
proper evolution or a forced evolution to try to control the results?
That's a forced revolution.
Right.
Okay.
So a forced evolution, is it linear, progressive, or chaotic?
Forced revolution, I would say, is linear.
How is it linear?
You are trying to force an outcome, a linear outcome. I would say you want to force a social behavior.
And the consequences of not adhering to these social behaviors can be as severe as death itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what kind of species are we?
I would say we are non-monogamous species.
We are a non-monogamous warlike species. So how can you be sentimental about monogamy when it's not your nature? And in order for you to stay with your family, you have to develop a chemical to make it okay for you to do so. Are you a defect if you don't develop the chemical? Or are you a defect of evolution? If the chemical to stay with your family is overrun by a sudden urge to buy milk and cigarettes in another state.
I get what you're saying. You're saying we are going against our nature when we are not doing what we're supposed to do.
Correct.
See, that's why now that I understand like some of this because I came across some videos similar to what y'all are talking about, and this, made me be more open to like non-monogamous relationships because I feel like I'm not supposed to be in one relationship.
Humanity engages in all forms of relationship types. We are adjustable, adaptable, but diverse enough that every relationship type can be engaged in, healthy and safe, as long as it's two adults consenting and no one is being harmed. Those are healthy variants of relationship types. Then you go into deviance, right? Where you get depraved acts and immoral acts. And that is because a person believes that they have free will. But by nature, you are either destructive or helpful, right? Either you'll destroy your fellow man or you'll leave them be.
That makes sense. All right. Do you believe in the out of Africa theory?
The who?
Out of Africa theory.
Why?
I'm asking, do you believe it?
Why?
Well, it kind of makes sense to me because not only DNA, like even some Europeans have African DNA pointed back to Africa. And what I'm learning is, it makes sense that the conditions in Africa are ripe for evolution to begin there than any other place because you would think that the temperature had to be just right, had to be closer to the equator because life cannot begin basically in a frozen place. It had to be, with warmer climate.
Are you sure?
That's my theory, yeah.
Warm and dry or warm and wet?
And I believe that had to be in Africa.
Warm and dry or warm and wet?
Warm and dry and warm and wet. You say warm and dry.
Which one?
I would say
comes first, warm and dry or warm and wet?
Warm and wet.
So then it didn't start in Africa.
How so?
You're only confirming your own bias.
Okay, open me up to a new one.
What is life?
Life is the beginning of I would say, it's the beginning of a stage of not necessarily life as we know it, like human life, but it can be a cell.
And wet and dry, or what? Wet or dry?
What do you mean, wet or dry?
Wet or dry is where you're going to find that cell. In a wet environment or a dry environment?
Wet environment.
What is the wettest environment and the hottest environment that we have?
Rainforest.
Nope. Try wetter. Try hotter.
Ocean.
There you go.
Right.
Where do you go for hot ocean? Top of the ocean, bottom of the ocean?
Bottom.
So now, where does life start?
The bottom.
And that is hot and dry, or hot and wet.
Oh, hey, you know what? You just opened my eyes to something new now. Because you saying that it don't matter where we are. It began at the bottom of the ocean and we evolved after the ocean. They could evolve somewhere like in Europe. You saying?
I'm saying that the first emergence of plant life comes from the ocean. Hot and wet. And sunlight needed. Everything else is secondary. So even ocean life, a whale has a hip bone and a remnant of a foot or a hoof. At some point, a whale evolved from a land creature. Right?
A whale evolved from a land creature? You said a whale
from a land creature. It is a marine mammal. Its beginning is on land, dry to wet. And the evolutionary stage of a whale is kind of stagnant. It needs nothing more. But it needed to evolve from land to water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in order for it to evolve from land to water, it had to evolve from water to land. Get my point?
Right. You saying
Evolution
that?
is not a forward progressive motion. You may need to revert to a previous state of evolution, which would be the de-evolution, in order for a higher rate of survival.
Right. Where I can see that concept as well.
Right. So just because we think we're smart doesn't necessarily mean after the Dark Ages we got much smarter than we should have been.
Facts. I can agree with that.
So you throw away knowledge, you throw away being aware of your surroundings and the very understanding of a thing, right? Because if you think that life came from Africa and you stop thinking there, why did you stop at where did that life come from?
I think, by the way, the argument that humans came from.
Right. That's a new. You see, you open my eyes up to a new concept. That's why I like to ask the questions. I didn't think about the ocean and it was everywhere. That makes sense. I'm gonna try to look more into that theory too. But yeah, I
Thank you for that.
yeah, that's why I asked the questions because I don't want to be stuck in one fucking mode. And yeah, I know it breeds certain ideas if you're stuck in one mode. So
Yeah, but thank you. Thank you for saying you'll look into it more because I like to keep going. Why? I like to turn into a 6-year-old kid.
yeah, me
That,
too. I do the same thing.
why? And until, somebody either snaps or I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I do the same thing. But I agree. You keep asking questions. That's why I be asking questions. I'm not here to debate. That's why I thought it was a conversation.
It's
So
all
yeah.
right. Like Catherine said, it's a palate cleanser. Thanks for it.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to you, Franklin. Thank you for engaging and figure something out about your profile picture because this shit is weird. Okay, cool.
What'd you say?
Oh
Look,
my
look, just
god!
look, just look,
What'd you say?
Oh my god! It's like looking at
look,
Ray, guys. It's like looking at two of
look at
you.
your profile picture, bro. Like this shit is fucking weird.
It's you. It's Ray with sunglasses on. That is adorable.
Exactly.
You
This
guys
shit
look
is
like
weird.
you
That's
look
my
like
This
brother
whole
from another mother.
this shit is weird. I've been here the whole time listening. I'm just like,
Oh,
am I?
yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute. That is cute.
All right, man. Have a good one, bro. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
y'all have a good one too.
Right.
Hey, let's keep tapping. We're almost at 50K. Like we wanted to get there by the half hour, but let's try to get there for the top of the hour for Fluff, please. Just
Yeah,
everybody here, we got 100.
it's
I'm sorry,
like
go ahead.
Jordan finding out that he also looks like Method Man
Yeah.
and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, insane. I was just like, when he was up there, I wasn't thinking none of it. But once he started speaking, I was like, damn, his profile, this shit is weird. It's like looking in the mirror. Like shit's crazy. We throw some sunglasses on, and I look just like that cat.
I want to so bad see my doppelganger. I want to know what I look like. What's up, Queen of Heaven? Are you going to talk to me about evolution being a fact or not a fact?
I just want to technically correct your background that it's also a theory.
No, actually, Queen of Heaven, evolution is a fact. The mode of evolution is what the theories are.
But it is equally considered fact and theory because
You might have gotten me on Sumerian versus Chinese. But I've decided to never lose to you again.
Google it.
So no.
Let me just be clear. We have observed actual evolution occurred. The theory is what people debate against. So to argue, see, here's the funny thing: to argue that evolution happens or not as a fact is weird because we've seen evolution occur. The theory of evolution, which people are referring to as in the mode, those are the theories behind evolution.
Yes, but when you're talking and you're saying specifically Christian and you reject evolution, you have to say specifically what kind of evolution you're talking about, or they're going to be able to pick you apart. That's true. If an educated Christian would have come up here so far, which they haven't, they would have been able to battle you on that. But they're not educated, unfortunately.
Because not only is evolution a macro process, it's a micro process. Not only do we have the evolution on the individual level, we have the evolution on the special level and the observable special level. We also understand that evolution is not a linear progress. But it is a fact. It is a fact. No, it is a fact that is a product of changes in an environment. It's a fact. So evolution is a fact. How we get to an evolutionary process is so variant that that doesn't lie as a standing fact because there are multiple ways to get to it. But evolution itself stands as the core of understanding because even our understanding is a product of evolution.
Okay, so as simple as this, if you type in Google and you say, is evolution a fact? What's it going to tell you?
Evolution is an observable part of our natural world. That's why I picked the topic itself.
I know. I'm just poking fun at you.
I know, but evolution is an actual truth.
By the way,
because it's an observable, measurable, and quantifiable fact. Now, how we get there is a 360-degree gambling. It's a gamble. It's a roulette, right? Because when we try to control an evolutionary process, we can succeed and we can fail.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is not necessarily a fact that heat will cause a species to evolve. It is not a fact that cold will cause a species to evolve. It's not a fact that evolution will benefit the species. But it is a fact that evolution will happen because from your womb to the tomb, you are an example of evolution as well. So, by existing, you prove evolution as a fact, not a theory, not a hypothesis. It's a hypothesis. You prove it as a fact.
But when you go to Google, for any Christian that goes to Google, the first thing they're going to see is, yes, evolution is both a fact and a theory, meaning it is an observable phenomenon and the best scientific explanation for it. But that doesn't mean it's the only explanation. It just means it's the best that humans can do right now.
But you've solidified and fortified the argument by saying exactly what I did say. It is a fact.
That's that we can
and
do.
And the modes to get to it
and that's what leaves them with their stupidity.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't leave them with their stupidity. It leaves them with a lack of understanding because it's not properly sussed out. Unless it is properly sussed out, and it'll explain why it's a fact, and then why it's still based on theorems.
Quick pause. Hey, Fluff, chicken wing pork fried rice?
Boneless.
Okay, you got it.
Are you getting chicken wings?
No, not this time. I'm not in the mood for chicken. I don't want chicken acid.
Boneless spare ribs. Boneless spare ribs.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather the pork than the chicken. Yeah, I'd rather the pork than the chicken.
My child in the background said she wants some.
Felipe.
Before she gets there really quick, let me just say this. I gotta interrupt her and ask her if she wants to eat because she'll just not eat, and then she'll like. The problem is she'll just become like this frail little thing over time that just no longer exists and evolves into like skeleton. So yeah.
I thought that was my messy.
Oh no, then she'll
So
get super excited when you bring her a cannoli and think that that's the only thing that sustains her life.
By the
so
way, that's exactly what
back
they
to the
brought
topic.
me when I gave
Back to the
birth.
topic.
That's exactly what they.
Adaptation. Adaptation.
That's fucking annoying. How old are you for TikTok purposes? How old are you for TikTok purposes?
Bro, I'm 37.
Can you
I ain't a
act
kid.
like an adult? An adult?
Oh, y'all talking about chicken wings?
Yeah. So I'll do what the fuck I want on my panel. If you have a problem, go find the bitch that bore you and let her know that she raised you wrong. Because you walked up into somebody else's space, climbed up into another woman's lap, and begged her to validate your fucking existence. She failed you. Now, if you're not here to discuss the topic and just here to see if you can get like a verbal lashing from a woman for free, you got to pay me for this shit for babysitting, okay? You're still younger than me. Grow the fuck up.
Women are dumb. Grow the fuck up.
I'm older than you. Look who's dumb now. And you just begged for my fucking attention. Have you had enough?
Is that really what he said? Women are dumb? Is that the best you got,
Cannolis
bro?
are insanely delicious.
Really?
Let's go back. Adaptation, right?
You failed. You are a failure of evolution. You're not worth the fight, fuck, or funding. The little bit, of course, that can come out of you because your inability to function and rise in society was coming right out your fucking mouth as soon as you jumped up. You can't handle the topic. I need somebody smart.
Topic.
Are you drunk?
Let's go to the topic.
No.
Let's go to the topic.
No.
Oh, you scared now?
No. I'm bored.
Oh, you scared now? Oh, you bored. You see, this is the problem. Women is too emotional, bro.
There he goes.
Listen,
oh my God, the fucking victim. God, you're a bitch too?
Fluff, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I ain't no bitch, bro.
You are a bitch, actually, bro, because you're playing a victim out of nowhere, bro. That's little bitch boy behavior.
I will whoop your ass, bro. Like, you shouldn't even be talking.
I can whip your ass,
That's bitch
bro.
boy behavior, bro.
For real.
That's bitch boy behavior, bro. Yo, I'll put you over my knee and spank you like you one of my kids.
You went to insults. You went to insults. You can't.
No, I didn't go to insults. Hold on 1 second. I want you to understand something, okay? The reason why you're single and unloved, it's not because of anything else. It's not the people. It's you. You are the reason why you are miserable. And what you want is to share your misery. That bitch is cheating on you. The problem is, no, she's cheating on you. Because women will literally lie to keep a roof over their fucking heads and to keep their support. Because you created a society where she has to depend on you to survive. Especially if you have children. That's called trapping her. I can assure you she works a lot. I can assure you she works a lot. And what she does is she agrees with you a lot. And that's the reason why you came to another woman and begged for attention. You just climbed onto the panel. And in front of another man, you just decided to beg for his wife's attention. But here you are married. You were exposing too much about your life and what is wrong. Your house is messy. And that's just with you opening your mouth. Your house is messy. You're a failure of evolution. And she's right with you. And all you were doing is breeding more children that win the Darwin Award. And you prove evolution is not a linear progress. You prove that we have defects on the line. And that is the reason why, when you mass produce, you get a lot of garbage left over.
I make $300K a year.
Beautiful.
How much you make? How
More
much you
than
make?
that.
I'm not gonna say anything about myself. Oh, I wanted to just ask him what his taxes were. I wasn't gonna ask him. I wasn't gonna say how much I make, Fluff. It's just whenever someone says that, my first question is always going to now be, "What's your taxes? How much you pay in taxes?" Because I'll know if you're lying.
Hey,
I'll
thank you
know.
guys
I'll
for
know if they're lying.
Sweet baby Jesus, that might be a thing too, because I don't pay as much taxes as most people that make the same amount of money as me. I just know how to work the game.
Yeah, but you can only work it so much when you only make so much. There's only so much.
Especially
You
with
can
all of there's only so many donations you can really make.
True.
And trust me, I literally
are write-offs because I'm a sole proprietor.
I do know the tax rate for several ways to try to get my taxes down, all legal, all across board.
No, but you don't understand something. The reason why I dropped it is thanks for confirming the reason why the bitch is with you in the first place. You got fucking money. That's it.
Yeah,
you
she
just
don't care
told
about-
me that she resource hoarded you because you were too stupid to realize that you're literally just the source for the hobosexual you're fucking. Congratulations. She's gonna get a real experience because her sex drive is gonna go up as she gets older. And you're gonna find that you have less usefulness inside of a society that you're no longer needed in. You can go make your friends somewhere else.
Bluff, I hate to say it, but I think you have a bigger penis than he does.
I do.
Oh my God, we're back to the. Okay, so hey, I appreciate everybody supporting the gift goal. Appreciate everybody supporting the gift goal, liking the live, and keep tapping. Also, Fluff, feel no way. Cannolis do sustain life. Thank you.
They do.
Okay,
They gave me
they do.
cannolis when I gave birth, and then my husband wanted to share it with the fucking doctor that delivered my kid, and I was ready to fight everybody. Fuck off my
Yeah. Oh,
cannolis.
way to go. Way to go. No, you don't share. What? You know what? That's kind of,
Especially
yeah.
for my favorite fucking bakery. So you make enough fucking money to go on vacation while I'm in labor. Go find your own fucking cannolis. You go to Italy, get your fucking cannoli. My legs are strapped the fuck open and shit's happening in between my legs. I'm gonna eat every single last one of my fucking cannolis. Ugh, it's all mine.
Yes. Also, I need Peanut and Ellis to get along in the comments. I can't deal with the arguing. This is bad.
No, that
Love you
ass
have it.
though. I just I just sat there, went through a traumatic experience for the very first time in my life, and pushed out a whole human being that looked at me like, "Oh, it was you this whole time." And you weren't even there. The fucking pediatrician is sitting there, fucking elbow deep in me, like, "Wake the fuck up. We got a baby to deliver." I'm like, "Where's the fucking doctor?" He's like, "The fuck? What do I look like, a fucking potato?" And I'm like, "Why am I looking at your head in between my legs?" He's like, "Why are you so focused on me? You got a baby to push out. Work your magic." And then I'm like, "Give me my fucking kid." He's like, "You're cold where you are. It's warm over here. Why am I going to give him to you?" "Because I'll get the fuck up and get my kid on my own. Why don't you be patient? Why don't you suck an ass?" Like, I'm fighting with my doctor. He's fighting with me. Best doctor in the world, by the way. We kept him for like 11, 12 years. He's amazing. I love him. Anyway, I'm fighting with this dude in the middle of delivery because I don't wake up well. Okay? And you gotta understand, I had a lot of reserve for waking up to find a dude in a mask and a hairy arm and my legs just wide the fuck open, and I'm looking at him like, either I'm dreaming or there has to be a really good explanation for this. Like, this has never happened in my life, but okay, first time for everything. Who were you? Oh, that's right, I'm pregnant. And then it's like, the doctor, we had to call you. You're like, hell, wait until you're like this. No, fuck you. Okay? And then then I had some Russian woman. Oh my God, I loved her. Thank you guys. She walks in, stay. Today you make baby. Those are her words. And then she comes in and stares me dead in the fucking face while putting me to fucking sleep. Like, "I've had enough of your mouth. You've had enough." Because after a while, I started cursing, and my mother-in-law's like, "Oh, you are normal." And he gets a fucking cannoli.
And he
He
had the
gets a
nerve to eat
what?
the cannoli in front of you. He ate the
Didn't.
cannoli in front
No,
of you.
he didn't get my cannoli. I said, no, you do not get my fucking cannoli. He did not get my fucking cannoli.
Get it, Fluff.
No, this is great. This is beautiful. And
I do not make a
thank
good
you.
patient. I will fight
Cannolis are
everybody
precious.
in that fucking hospital. Everybody. Everybody gets it. I don't care where I am. Nurses don't like it. I say no, they go to do it. I will hit you. The fuck? You're not gonna stab me in the ass. Go find a better way to do this shit. I'm not turning over. The only time I'm turning over so you can kiss that motherfucker. You're not sticking a needle in it, bitch. Make a friend.
Wait, I don't remember anything about it. Did I ate your cannoli?
No,
Sorry.
I was letting them know the doctor wasn't allowed to touch my cannoli after I gave birth.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was trying to order food, and then I heard something about a cannoli, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I betrayed you and ate your cannoli.
Baby Jesus, you need to get her a cannoli again. Do you not remember how happy she was last time? You surprised her with
We
a
get
cannoli?
cannolis whenever we go to the city, but the problem is that I'm not going to go to the city just for a cannoli.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. I'd rather make it.
Oh, you make them?
Yeah, I can make Zeppelis too.
Ooh.
My favorite is to make Zeppelis, like create the dough. Because there's a little bit of magic, but you actually, the one to do is the one that is the New York style pizza crust, right? It's the one that has a brown sugar recipe in it. And I like to put it in the bowl by the pot of oil, right? Not too close, because you don't want to cook the side of the bowl. You want the bowl to get hot, but you want it to stay warm. And as you're working it with the 2 spoons, it just keeps rising. What you're working with, you just end up with more and more. I ended up with baskets and baskets of Zeppelis that we just went all kinds of crazy, and it's better than Dunkin' Donuts because you can control your sugar. And then if you just let it keep like growing on its own, the Zeppelis just get area and area and area. That's it.
Have you ever made Amish friendship bread?
I have been working on trying to make challah bread, and I can't get it right. Even croissants are hard for me because you have to do it cold, right? You have to do it cold and you have to do it quick, and I just don't do. And I think it's probably the elasticity of my dough. I think I'm not working at the right consistency.
Too much water. Yeah, maybe too much water.
A zeppeli is basically you take the dough of the your bread dough, right? But this is a pizza crust recipe, and it's made with yeast. And you take a bit of boiling, oil. It's and you take 2 tablespoons and you scoop up what's like a sticky mass of dough, right? You don't want it to be dry. You want it to be like the wet sponge, but you add your flour, of course. And you just drop little globs and they turn into little donut holes. And then you shake those out, and they're supposed to be eaten like warm. And it's a nice fluffy sweet dough. And then you just sprinkle powdered sugar on it. It's a powdered sugar dessert. And then if you want, you can fill them with cream too. Brooklyn.
Don't fill your beignet with any cream. That destroys the beignet.
No. Nothing destroys anything that's a dessert.
No, traditional beignet.
You can't destroy a dessert. Especially not with something sweet. Even if it's a salty dessert, you can always add something sweet and sweet to savory. You can never destroy a dessert. Unless you add like onions and garlic. But if you're using sweet, you can use sweet to accentuate sweet or to dilute sweet.
I mean, the traditional experience. Like, you could change it. You can alter it. You can make it different. Like, there's the Long John donuts, and you can do it with cream, or Bavarian cream or whipped icing or anything like that. You can put it inside it, and they're all
It's like
good.
a eclair
Yeah, but it's a
without the
donut.
egg.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you do beignet is not supposed to have anything in it. It's supposed to be fluff.
I can do what I want with my beignet. As a matter of fact,
I can do what I want with my beignet.
do what I want with my beignet. Like,
Hey, you got your beignet. How you doing?
right? Like, I can do what I want with it. Don't telling me. You don't know my life. You know, like
you can't touch my beignet. You don't know me like that. Don't touch my beignet.
No. Like, have you tried to touch a beignet differently? Like, you don't knock it until you try it.
And this whole time, my fiance is watching this too, and he didn't try a beignet until like about a month ago when I took him. And he's like, "Oh, that's good." He watched me choke on the powder sugar as I was eating it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm experienced at eating this thing." And he's just like, "Oh yeah, it's really good." And I get it all over me. He did not. He didn't make a mess at all.
I have you've never seen a filled one, try a filled one. Because the thing is like people like certain snacks. And I like to emulate Shaggy and Scoob. You can do whatever you want with that snack. We can make this snack epic, right? And it's kind of like, which one is my favorite? Rocky Road ice cream with pound cake. Simple,
Okay.
right? Or chocolate covered pretzels with all kinds of weird shit, right?
Yes.
Or, and this one's going to be fun, almond butter cookies with apricot filling.
Yes.
Now, the almond butter cookie, could you buy one?
It depends on where I go, yeah. Around here, where I live, yeah.
Where I live? No, you have
There's
to
a
make
lot
it.
of mom and pop stuff in the store.
Oh, you have to make it. It tastes like marzipan, but it's like a shortbread, and it has apricot in it.
We even have baklava here that you can just buy. I can walk down the street and buy baklava.
I have to learn how to make that, but I have to get the phyllo dough for it, and I'm like kind of like stuck on phyllo dough with spinach dip in it. Like a spinach and ricotta filling.
Yeah. I'm pretty lucky where I live. Well, not lucky because the crime is super freaking high and crazy, but I have everything you could ever want, bakery-wise, food-wise, alcohol-wise, everything in this area, and some really extremely nice food because of all the chefs that are underpaid here.
That makes sense, actually. Nope. All right, guys. I am officially out of the algorithm. I have to restart. All right. Give me a second. No, it's not you. That happened like a couple of minutes ago. It's like before you. So I'll be right back. I have to just do a quick restart. I'll be right back. Just come right back.